10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Poor people have seen no improvement over the years from these guys and their movements. Huh. Connect! Yes, sir.
And you know
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only.
Say what?
Do it like we do.
The night train.
Due to some violence.
Greetings.
Hi, Lancelot. Just
Greetings.
sent you a message. I was like, what?
Greetings is excellent. His excellent awaken. Second.
King Lancelot Junior
The
Webb.
king is there.
The king is here.
He's here. I am in my majesty now, so it's a different.
You sound different vibration.
Yeah, I could get into it when I'm ready. It's majestic. It's Sarayan. It's the crown.
Excellent. I did a proper ritual for you today, man. Proper ritual. It's going to be a fantastic day today.
The utmost sublime, perfect, excellent, brilliant.
Are you joking or are you being serious?
I'm being very serious.
Okay.
Yeah, where I put it in a time period and emotion where in this way I can really impress myself amongst the old audience, the public. I could express myself amongst the public. Yeah, when I reach, I know how to change. I've been practicing in the mysticism in schools. The mystic schools. I've been there, so I've been in the art of lexical language and how to change and how to make the frequency different. And my people, we shall know that the real King of England has arrived, and it is for real. I observed the live yesterday, and I require that I stay within my majesty, because the time has come, and the time is now, so the training wheels are off, and we are expressing ourselves in the highest realm.
Okay.
So let's continue, and we shall get into it. We shall get into everything. We shall continue declaring that I am the real King of England. If there is one, I am the real one, because
Yes.
I am in right of the Imperial crown of Wessex as the Prince of Middlesex. It
Yes.
has been declared.
O'Shea, O'Shea. Okay. Just tell me when you need me, and I'll be here to support you in any way.
So as right now we're sharing the live, and we're just letting everything goes on as usual, just continuing that motion, and it's very good, excellent. And we are with the one and only Supreme Excellency Awaken segment co-host and Primordial Mother. Let's do this. So I'm gonna let the music play, and then it's gonna continue. All right. So
Beautiful.
we're waiting everyone to come in, and then we shall proceed with Parliament.
Excellent. Excellent, King. Excellent.
Welcome, all my people, and we're gonna get into the live in about 5 minutes. We're just sharing and making sure everybody hear this live, near and far, all my families, all my extended family. Come close, listen. The real King of England, in right of the Imperial crown, Prince of Middlesex, has now have his full capacity to rule and reign for human rights, equality, peace, and justice for all my children. Again, we have entered a new dawn. We have entered a new cycle. Everyone is self-determined, and so I am. And with that, I shall proceed forward with my best example and my best impression for you all, family. We are here, and the time is now. We are in the year of Jubilee. So within the year of Jubilee, we shall take back what is ours. We shall face onward towards our victory over good, over evil. And in the 21st century still, David still defeat Goliath. So let's go. Keep sharing the life. Make sure everyone knows that the real King of England is present, if there is any, that is in right to his crown, the Imperial crown of the House of Wessex. And all my other brothers and sisters that are in right to their crown, you shall receive it. All right, let's go.
Thank you all for coming. Just keep sharing the live. It won't be long. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Welcome, welcome, welcome all. I'm here as Lord Lancelot, presently the real King of England. I am declaring it over and over until we are contested, which that proof of burden would see me victorious and great within my estate and within my family's house. So we are here with another wonderful presentation, and let's just take the screamer. Let's give it a moment. Appreciate everyone for coming through to see Your Excellent Majesty and all of my excellencies and all of my imperial children, my imperial family. Gratitude, honor for being here. We are in the place of divine intervention, of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, intelligence, law. And let me remove the screen so we can start and do not delay no longer in this situation and in this matter. Yes, my people, just continue sharing, because you want everyone to know that you have right to liberty and freedom and justice, as those that have liberty, freedom, and justice. And we shall be confident and definite within that display in this 21st century. Let's get rid of this scream now. And like I said, appreciate wonderful host, Her Excellency, Awaken segment. Where am I? Okay. Focus on the goal. Okay. And let me prepare the screen for everyone. Yes, the screen has now been prepared. All right. Let's get into it. Let's give it 5 minutes and I shall bring everyone up. So let me do my introduction. I do not want no interruption. So, yes, I am the real King of England, if there is one, and the native king, the right to the imperial crown, the Prince of Middlesex, in the house of Wessex, my ancient house, going back to the dynasty of ancient Egypt, Kemet, from the 12th house of Sebek, also the first dynasty of Nefertiti. We have been divinely awoken in this time. The mystery of the incarnation has presented itself. And we're going to explain this, get into the matter at hand, the House of Lancelot Constitution and Local Board of Health. The House of Lancelot Constitution is a family constitution, an imperial house that represents both royal and noble, international and national, a house of the remembrance of our inheritance, a blueprint for future generation to know how to royally, imperially structure one's family, to put their family in order. That's the Constitution. You could find it presently on the website House of Lancelot Constitution, where you could get great detail of how your house should be. Also, we have the Local Board of Health. The Local Board of Health is where assessment, health and safety for our family is paramount to our development of our psychology. The health board, the local health board, is under the Health and Safety at Work 1974, which give us the power to be health and safety inspector, to inspect local buildings, authority, to carry out audit, to judge them as a community. Police the police, judge the judge, and be our own justice of the peace, our own magistrate in dignity, equality, liberty, and freedom. Yes, so this is where you have it, fully disclosed. So we're going to get into the website more. Connecting families back to their roots. The roots is where the foundation is, which is fundamental to all growth and all development within your psychology. We need to go back and connect to our roots. Without a root, a tree cannot grow and bear fruit. Connecting family back to their roots, it's what it is all about within the House of Lancelot. And their imperial roots, their royal roots, their noble roots, a root full of vegetation and spring. We have also the magazine, which covers this month, tell you all about what you need to know, and it's created by Awoken Excellency, Awoken segment, brilliant display of visualization for our family. Again, also the mission. Our mission, build and promote a Pharetic Family Institute, an educational facility in psychology, history, and law for our Windrush Commonwealth realm, family members locally and internationally. Our latest news, The Crown is Your Birthright Volume 2 is a documentary documenting my exploration and my law research on my family that goes far as 7,500 years. There are gaps within the timeline, but for the most, victory is within this volume. A speedy recovery for our psychology to become a fully capable and competent being. The Crown is Your Birthright, Volume 2. The crown is your birthright. I am the king. the real King of England, and I declare that the crown is our birthright, and I'm in right to the Imperial crown. Okay, then we have the goddesses are back again, created by Her Excellency, Awaken segment for the primordial mothers to gather together and practice the law of Mayat, the set of Mayat, so that law, balance, and order can be restored once again in its rightful nature, natural nature. Alongside, we have claim your inheritance. We are in the year of Jubilee. Claim your inheritance. We are in the year of Jubilee, 2025, the year of Jubilee. At this time, your inheritance is open to you. So prove yourself that you are inherited, that your ancestors is fruitful and giving. Also, we have courses. Courses for those that are out of touch when it comes to administration, the politics of their self, how to handle their affairs, if it's in identity, nationality, and immigration, police and rights, acts, to know how to handle authority, crown proceedings and rules, also secrets of the Windrush generation. Also, we have life certificate and finance act for those that are within those fields. Again, everything comes straight from the law, legislation.gov.uk. And now down below, we're going to explain about us and what we believe. As the family of the Most High God, in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, we believe in learning all we can about our roots and culture, because we believe in more than words, a lifestyle in modern society through all forms of education. We believe that art, law, psychology, history, and business are a link for the fulfillment of dreams to making our dreams a reality. The greatest happiness and assurance in life comes from knowing where we're coming from. We will feel the benefit and courage for ourselves as we seek to understand the living God connection to our family, life, and teaching. All right. And we have the primordial families down below. Again, those that are assisting throughout this journey of remembrance, and so many more. You could find them within our WhatsApp group, and also, again, those that connect to me directly. Appreciate you all. And also, we have things on the ground, things that we need as people when it comes to fundamental survival. Farm project in terms of fruits and vegetable, again, natural resources. It's a project, so we have a international shipping distribution in fruits and vegetable. So if you require any of these services, just connect, and then we would handpick to a resource what you need, and then we go forward. And all the association. All right, so we are going to get into what's going on in the present moment. Due to the fact that we're in the year of Jubilee, visiting Parliament a few times, knowing that there are a generation of Imperial Crown residents that do not know about their higher self, higher state of affair. It caught my interest due to the connection of my families, called the Windrush generation, visiting Parliament as an independent body, providing advice in terms of how to expedite the positions of these family members of these Imperial Crown residents that have been removed due to the lack of education and the lack of representation. So I take it upon myself as a family member, as our family members should, a noble ones should, and protect the poor and the needy. So, in light of that, I proceed along my mission also, knowing that Parliament is our higher affairs of state, is the politics, how to handle your own affairs, and the business of the king is within everyone to handle. We are again subject, all within our realm and jurisdiction, and as people of the Windrush, people that are born beyond seas, people of ancient traditions and culture, we are very much out of our jurisdiction. Our leaders have sold us to the hands of foreigners, and we have learned foreign ways, and we are lost from our ways. But now it's time for the restoration. It's a time for the redemption. It's the time for everyone to go back to their house, to dedicate themselves unto their ancestors, to dedicate themselves unto their nativity, to have dignity, liberty, for freedom and equality. So we have a petition. I did a private and a public petition. Also, private and public bills for the future generation and stepping into the future for my affairs and my family affairs. So this petition is a public one, and it's called a sovereign grant for families of those who are born in parts beyond sea. As soon as you go onto the website, you could see the goal, 100,000. That's what is required to go into Parliament to operate at our higher self state, not the low state, our higher state. So that is just the procedure. All bodies require this, even kings, even lords. So understand this, the law require you to be lawful because it's exercised by all except the unlawful, the forgetful, the unknowing, the ignorant ones towards the law. So don't be ignorant, my family. Be wise as our ancient wise kings. Be wise. Be competent. Know thyself. and know thyself for true. So we have sovereign grant for those who are born in parts beyond sea. I know you might not want to hear my voice for too long, so I have my Excellency Awaken segment to be my spokeswoman throughout this period of this broadcast so that we could broaden the communication. Yes, so again, the petition, sovereign grant for families of those who are born in parts beyond sea. Everything will be explained after the reading, so you could have an understanding what we are doing. Appreciate it.
Thank you all for joining us. And the real King of England, Lord Lancelot Jr., I'm going to read the sovereign grant for families of those who were born in parts beyond sea. The petition is for the Treasury to provide to everyone a sovereign grant from the Reserve Fund to our family or those who are born in parts beyond sea for all living and other expenses. We, the Father, the Webb family and the extended family of the House of Lancelot, Lord Lancelot Webb, the real King of England at Chenwood, Sutton Borough of London, of those who were born in parts beyond sea, the Windrush generation of the Commonwealth realms are all subject to the Crown, colonies, and fundamental law of the realm of England and Wales. The Windrush generation of the Commonwealth realms have been refused their right to abode in the United Kingdom with hindrance, which is against human rights and equality. This petition will help save children, adults, and the elderly from discrimination, torture, suffering, and death by wrongful administration. In a period of changing economic environments and insecurity, new trade and economic patterns, unprecedented threats to family peace and security, and a surge in popular demands for democracy, human rights, and broadened economic opportunities, the potential of and need for the House of Lancelot, a compelling force for good, and as an effective network for cooperating and for promoting development has never been greater. Recalling that the House of Lancelot is a charitable, cultural, education, and religious society of the family institution, an equal family sovereign state, consulting and cooperating in the common interest of our family and in the promotion of family understanding and family world peace, and influencing family international society to benefit of all through the research of common principles and values. The family of the world, through the fertility of their community, have made a remarkable contribution to the hours of society for generations. In the course of administrating the affairs of the House of Lancelot, made the decision to secure the Windrush generation, Commonwealth realms, family, histories, and laws. We, the Father, the Webb family, and the extended family of the Constitution of the House of Lancelot, urge you to sign this petition to protect those who were born in parts beyond sea, inheritable rights, and equality, thus preserving our historical rights for future generations' confirmation. A statue for those who were born in parts beyond sea of the 25th year of King Edward III. A statue the first states, the king's children declared inheritable in England, wheresoever born. The law of the Crown of England is, and always has been such, that the children of the kings of England in whatsoever parts they be born, in England or elsewhere, be ye able and ought to bear their inheritance after the death of their ancestors, which law our Lord the King, the prelates, earls, barons, and other great men, and all the commons assembled in this parliament do approve and affirm forever.
Excellent, excellent. I appreciate it. Well done. That was sublime. Now, just gonna give you a brief summary, and we are gonna open up the stage, allow everyone to come on, and then we are going to take the questions. Again, questions for answers, not debate. If you're willing to debate or challenge the status quo, be very, it's a very important statement, be very scholarly. This platform requires that. Clear disclosure. Bring evidence and proof, just like how you see. We are dealing with parliament procedure. As in parliament, it requires evidence and proof so that we can proceed to get a resolution. So here we go. A brief summary of the introduction so that we could understand further the matter at hand. All right, this is based on, again, my discovery through my research and exploration throughout the world, going to significant countries that hold a history of constitutions, laws, and regulations when it comes to family inheritance, like Egypt, like Ethiopia, Rome, England, Hague, France, islands. Very important. So we have The Crown is Your Birthright, Volume 2 by Lancelot Jr. Webb. And this again is based on my discovery due to my due diligence to finding out about my family. As you can see, everything is presented clearly. Again, my bloodline on both sides of my family, the coat of arms of my family, Webb and Lawrence, within Westminster Abbey, a part of the Palace of King Edward, which is Parliament, which is the Palace of King Edward. And you would find majority of our genealogy within that palace, because we are the children of the kings, the imperial ones. And tracing my dynasty going back to the house of Surbeck, patriarchally, 12th dynasty, matriarchally, the first dynasty, Neef, Otet. Again, when you're in a position of winning, you keep finding more jewels. So previously, we're in the royal house of Windsor, under foreign rulings, but as the real King of England, I proclaim that we have a pretender, and this need to be contested. For my proof has overwhelmed me. My burden of proof has overwhelmed me for me to awake and take my rightful place. Also, in that state, we are in the year of Jubilee, which is a rightful moment as an imperial child of the imperial crown. We're in the year of Jubilee. This was done by Pope Francis before his demise. So now we are open to the understanding Jubilee is the return of possessions and inheritance. When one knows, it is more easier. When you're united, it is more easier for the fact that others will remind you about your inheritance. So now we're going to get into the reason for the petition further, because again, the urgency is clear. Right now, as we are within the House of Windsor, which is coming from the House of Wessex, which is our ancient lineage, our ancient house, the House of Wessex, which the House of Windsor is coming out of, which is now under the governance and administration of foreign kings from the House of Saxe, Coburg, and Gotha, which is a Germanic line and royal house. So as one rightful to that house, one indigenous to that house, one native to that house, we have right to rule. And it states, the House of Windsor, 1917, by King George V, is the reigning royal house of the United Kingdom and of our Commonwealth realms, Imperial Crown House. We go into details more. So these are the Commonwealth realms, meaning the dynasties that's coming out of this royal house as imperial residents out of the House of Wessex. We have the countries that members fill, that princes and princesses fill: Antigua and Bermuda, Australia, Barbados, Bahamas, Belize, Canada, Grenada, Jamaica, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Louis, Lucy, St. Vixen and Grenadines, Solomon Islands and Tuluá, and United Kingdom. These are the countries that are filled with the imperial children of the imperial crown, where we have an ancestral house of a foreign governor and a foreign administrator to handle our affairs. And our affairs have not been handled in the right way. So in right of the year of Jubilee and in right of the imperial crown, we have right to remove those that are not carrying out the law and statute of this realm in accordance to the imperial crown. We have, again, that administrator underneath the Regent Act 19010, Regency Act 19010, that allows, when we are incapacitated, minor, to be governed, but no longer, because now, again, one has taken his full capacity, his full jurisdiction as the real King of England, Prince from the House of Wessex, in right to the imperial crown. With saying that, based on the petition, due to the fact that imperial residents are sovereign, so a sovereign grant is required for families of those who are born in parts beyond sea. This is within law, because we could find it within law in legislation.gov.uk, where all bodies of authority come to review and manage these acts, statutes, and laws for the regulation, codes, and the rule of us, the imperial children, friends, and foreigners in public domain. So we have the Sovereign Grant Act 2011 guideline. We are sharing a guideline for what is required and what will be ours if we are doing our due diligence. Again, guideline, sovereign grant. A sovereign grant is to be paid by the Treasury to Her Majesty for each financial year. The purpose of the sovereign grant for a financial year is to provide resource for use for that year by the Royal House in support of Her Majesty's official duty. I am not in support of that, not his or hers, not a foreign ruler, because they're not ruling in equal rights and justice, honor, and dignity towards the imperial children. Evidence is overwhelming. So, as again, we are the imperial residents within this house, and this is the house that is supposedly providing that resource. So the people or the children are providing the resource. Now we know. So those government that is in representation of us, we have to stand up and say no more. We know who we are. We know that we are imperial crown children. We have to take our jurisdiction, our sovereignty. It's our inheritance. It's our rights. Have dignity for yourself and your ancestors. So, as again, to highlight the motion, we are dealing with Charles III, pretender to the throne, due to the fact that the real King of England, Lord Lancelot Webb, is present. Ancestral house is of the House of Wessex native and right to the imperial crown, where you have an impostor from his ancestral house, Saxe Coburg and Gotha. And we could highlight that in further, Saxe Coburg refers to both a historical region in Germany and a European royal house. In any lawful court of His Majesty, the true sovereign is imperial crown. The right to this realm, the ancient laws, this will not be upheld when the rightful king present his evidence. As it is publicly being broadcast right now, this is evidence. Again, there are those that are subjected to the king and for the peace of this realm, and should act in according to the peace of this realm, because not acting towards the peace of this realm when knowing it is high treason, and high treason in regards to the realm and its laws requires, again, execution according to the law and statute of England. According to the law and statute of it, the Imperial crown. And again, just to put forward another law for families of those who are born in parts beyond sea. Before that, finish the other section. Do not want to go above or further myself before not executing the first. Again, the amount of sovereign ground for the financial year 2012-2013 is 31 million. For individual, as an individual, it's a guideline of the Imperial Crown children. As you can see, presently, things might change or things have changed, but we can provide evidence in that matter when time to come. But now, again, we see the use of our finance, and it's not a good use due to our lack of education about our high affairs of state, ourself, our dignity, to our crown. And again, we have to go further for families of those who are born in parts beyond sea, another law. And this law, it was read within the petition, and just to read it again, for the fact that the king's children declare inheritable in England, wheresoever born. The law of the crown of England is and always have been such that the children of the kings of England, in wheresoever part they be born in England or elsewhere, be able and ought to bear the inheritance after the death of their ancestors, which law our Lord the King Edward, now Lancelot the First, the prelates, earls, barons, and other great men, and all the commons assembled in this parliament do approve and affirm forever. Forever. That is the statement of our inheritance. That is the seal of our inheritance. And for the fact that we are the native, the inhabitant sovereign, our ancient house should be presented in this life so we can have a full understanding of our branch of ancestors. And our branch of ancestors you could find, again, proceeding from the royal house of Windsor, the house of Stuart, the house of Beautiford, the house of York, the house of Lancaster, the house of Plantation, the house of Wessex, Kingdom of Mercia. And where you could find that, you could find it from the 500 AD to 800 AD. And we could provide a map so we can all see for ourselves the kingdoms and ancient house of ours. Now we have proceeded to more than one. There are 7 crowns from 7 kingdoms, 7 house. East Anglia, Essex, Kent, Mercia, Northumberland, Sussex, Wessex. 7 petty kingdoms and 7 crowns. 7 crowns. And our ancestors which governed these jurisdictions and territory from the imperial crown you can find as some of the greatest Roman emperor of their ancestors coming out of the dynasty of Egypt, just like Septimius Severus, a black man from North Africa, Libya. Again, he rested in York. He built walls in York. He built walls in London, the city of London. Again, our imperial institute that is governed by foreign entities through foreign kings and queens. Again, one of the greatest emperor known to the ancient Roman kingdom throughout the earth. Also, we have Peninsula Niger, Justus, among those of the great. Another, you have Marcus Aurelius Antonius. Also, where you could find there are Illyrian Moors. Again, this is in the first 100 AD. Again, emperor that holds imperial crown due to their imperial bloodline and imperial dynasty going back to the Pharaohs. This is our bloodline, and we shall honor that. We shall honor that, and do not fail to honor it, because this is our life, and this is our inheritance. Going back also further to those that are of ancient of days, again primordial, absolute, imperial, again through those said Carthaginians, those said Moors, those said Phoenicians, which are the Pataic people coming out of the Nile. You have the greatest or the most famous of the new kingdom of Egypt, carrying their empires, carrying their dynasty, carrying all of their principles, their laws, their crowns, their inheritance, for us to know within future generation and within the 21st generation. Pharaohs like Thutmose the third, also Akhmos the first, also Hatshepsut, also Amun-Otet the third, Akhenaten, Tutankhamun. We have our primordial mothers, the females of the pharaohs, the greatest of the pharaohs, Neith, Mayat, Neith-Otet, carrying the crowns for that which is the law of the crown of England, because it's based on supremacy. And again, our ancient forefathers are supreme, again, living gods, and we are the children of God, as we are the sons and daughters of God, living God, circa the house of God, the scepter of God, and the law shall not depart. So again, as much as we know, the mothers, through their diligence and their excellence and supreme intelligence, has forged the way for our memory. Again, crowns after crowns, evidence is overburdened for those that are of the imperial crown. right, going all the way from the beginning of time. Also, adding to the law of the Crown of England to emphasize in this matter, because it's a real important matter, as the real King of England, Prince of Wessex, Middlesex, heir to the Imperial crown, have to be declared and shown to all of my Imperial children, family, so that they could forever owe the remembrance of their inheritance, a statue or a act of supremacy 1558, again a memory that we should hold on to, for the fact it is made clear within this act that the crown and its state, an act restoring to the crown the ancient jurisdiction over the state ecclesiastical and spiritual, and abolishing all foreign powers pregnant to the same. Again, our ancient jurisdiction, which is the crown ancient jurisdiction, which is the imperial crown of our ancestors that's going from the beginning, again is supreme, and so are we to be supreme and to be within our majesty, for in our majesty we shall reign supreme and we shall reign forever. This is a sanctuary. This is the shadow of the Almighty that we should abide in forever. Again, that's where you see the foreign powers that we, as children of the imperial crown, can abolish. We can abolish. And there we go further to emphasize the point, because it's again required as the real King of England, require all family to know, stating within that said supremacy, that all spiritual jurisdiction united to the crown, and that such jurisdictions, privileges, superiorities, preeminence, spiritual and ecclesiastical, as by any spiritual or ecclesiastical power or authority have therefore been or may lawfully be exercised or used for the visitation of ecclesiastical state and persons, and for reformation, order, and correction of the same, and of all manners of errors, heresies, simicies, abuse, offences, contempts, and enmities, shall forever, by authority of this present Parliament, be united and annexed to the imperial crown of this realm. So, again, we are a distinct people, a particular people, a royal nation, a royal priesthood, distinct people. So we have to take due diligence to that. And I am glad, proud, and lucky that my ancestors had held me great in high esteem, in confident that I would recover my inheritance. And I show my dignity and my effort towards my ancestors that I am the one that will carry that dignity, that liberty for the family until other family members awoken to the same. Yes, again, we are imperial crown within this royal house that is governed by foreign members. And we could show you for this present day, again, proof and proof, evidence upon evidence, laws upon laws. For such we have the imperial crown of Ethiopia, again, where we have His Imperial Majesty, Haile Selassie, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, elected God. Because again, as supreme authority, we are the children of that supreme authority. And our imperial crown is again in right to us within the laws of England, within the realm of England. And we shall remember this, for it is our life, the crown of life. Also, on the other hand, just like my birthright, one hand to the other, we have the other. Again, the imperial crown of the Central African Empire, one hand to the other, holding the 7 stars and the balance, one hand to the other. Our matriarch and patriarch, governing by nature, holding our imperial rights, our supreme, our authority that governs all foreign powers. So we are in right as children, and I am in right as rightful heir and ruler of the imperial crown of England, set forth by King Edward III, rightful ruler, Prince of Middlesex in the ancient house of Wessex. We shall declare and set ourselves clear. We are in His Majesty, His Imperial Majesty. So be excellence, be sublime, be merciful, be victorious, be foundation. Further that notion, proof, again we are overburdened, overwhelming the proof for that case when time to come that our children shall not forget their inheritance. The House of Lord Presidency Act 1539. 1539. 1539. What can it say? An act for the placing of the lords in Parliament, as it is our inheritance to be Lord and King, so shall we be Lord and King, because it is our right, and we are the Lord of the Parliament, such within our right, as Imperial Lord and King. As I am in my right, such is my family within their right, as the reigning imperial residence within the royal house of Windsor. And it states, none but the king's children shall sit on either side of the cloth of estate within Parliament. I am present as my processors. I am the successor of my imperial protesters or processors. Again, we are here, and we are lawfully here, within all rights. And again, I would state, none but the king's children shall sit on either side of the cloak of estate in Parliament, as I am the real King of England, in right to the imperial crown, Prince of Middlesex within the house of Wessex and Mercia on both sides. And where shall we go? Again, And that is based on the petition. That is based on the petition. And before we open the channel, as many might not know, the Windrush, Empire Windrush, London, is based on the river Windrush. That is based on the old kingdom, our ancestral kingdom of Wessex and Mercia. The river Windrush that flows through Wessex and Mercia for our memory bank to remember. This is imperial because the empire is imperial. The international waters are imperial and we are imperial. So, again, in right to the imperial crown of England and right to the throne of England, to the Parliament of England, my family members, my imperial children, my imperial family. Again, this is the memory that we require, and hope you find this pleasant and well, and hope it helps to persist in your future endeavors and make sure that your character and wisdom is upheld by the dignity of yourself towards your ancestor. Again, thank you for listening. And we're going to give it over to our Excellency Awakens segment to continue and to help open up the panel if any do want to. Again, this live is to make sure that this statement is clear as day. Like I say, because we require scholars within here. We come to take back what is rightfully ours. We shall no longer be in a plantation jurisdiction. We require our imperial crown, our state of Pharaoh. And I want to welcome wonderful, excellent Elder Mother Verna. I agree and stand with you, and I shall send my love and my understanding of your state of mind and urgency, because it's true. I meditate, I reflect on my state, my majesty, and it's very true. Very true. And your set of mayat has again pushed me forward to allow for this next state of mind to come into being as a primordial. So appreciate and welcome. And also a brother, Foster, again, from the Imperial House. I welcome. And again, I'll just hold it there for the moment and let the matriarchal take over.
Thank you, Lord Lancelot. Webb, the real King of England. We're going to invite people to come up now to have any scholarship questions. Like we said, we're inviting you to come, but please ask some questions that you would like an answer to, or some queries that you may have, and we will be happy. And Lord Lancelot, Webb will be happy to answer it for you. Greet you, Excellency, Verna, Mama Verna. Thank you for coming to the live. I'm going to now invite General Foster, if he has any questions he would like to put to Lord Lancelot Webb. Greetings, General.
Greetings. What's going on there? Everyone good?
We're fine, thank you.
It's been a little while still. What's going on there? Hope everyone's alright and that.
Yeah, we're doing really well. We're doing well.
But yeah, it's been a little while. I see what Lancelot's been up to. I just want to congratulate him on keeping up on this work here, because it's actually the most important work when it concerns our crown, our inheritance, and actually, our purpose of why we're here on this soil. So I just wanted to tapping with man. Really, I've been taking in a lot, and yeah, I think he's the only. I'd definitely say he's the king, man. He's the truth. He's definitely spitting the truth. I can't really talk too much because I'd have to go into my archive when it concerns what I actually want to ask, because I have a whole list of questions I like to ask. But I'd say it's more about a learning thing with him. It's more gonna be more. I need to take some time out and do some study.
I want to greet my brother. I want to greet again another Imperial Crown resident, another Imperial Crown children, again, and another Imperial Crown family member, also in right to the crown of the Foster family. And again, I see there are busy times, and I do want to, I didn't fully see what's going on, but I want to send my condolence. I don't really fully know, but I see emotion, and again, it's the right time to connect, and I'm definitely gonna
Definitely, yeah.
give
No,
you
it's
a
the time.
phone
It's the time to connect.
afterwards, because I see you, my brother. I know you're there. As a brother in law, in family and house, and in Imperial Crown. I see that you're there. So yeah, I just wanna give a
I just want to know what to do so I can apply. Obviously, it's gonna take doing some studying. One has to study. One cannot move forth without the knowledge, and you have the knowledge there. You have the data. You're documenting it. You're hosting the stages. You're generating data. From teaching us. So I'm here to learn. As much as I'm here to actually ask any questions, because the answers are in front of us in our eyes. I'm very amazed. I'm very grateful because I'm very spiritual when it concerns what I take in to my psyche and where I put myself. So it's just like I was just chilling and I said to myself, it's like, where's Lancelot? Is he gonna do a live? I was saying to myself, to the universe, is he doing a live? He's gonna do a live, man. Like I was willing, even I was like, this gotta do a live so I can, because it's that time, as we're here in London now, those who are the living sovereign beings, it's time that we remove the animosity of who's trying to be, better than, better than others, because we're all in the same position when it concerns, our rights and our lawful movement. So I just want to say thank you, again, so much for being consistent, man. Your consistency is unmatched. I definitely see what you've been doing. I may not be so on the forefront with what you're doing, but trust me, you have other subjects, that are there. If you did need be, and if you ever need any of us, in any way, you also have my wife there, also there, my ass is there, that you've got our support, and also going down, I have other people from other clans that are also doing the same thing. So we need to, I need to share this link too to some other people that are also on the same page that are on what we're on right now, because it's like we're all pushing the same route, but we're all pushing in the direction towards the crown, but just in different times. So we need to find a way that we can all to come together collectively and be moving it towards the crown as one. So big up yourself and shout out to your moderators too, and to your speaker down there. That was also well spoken English, well clear, because it's very important that when information is being spoken that we can take it and understand. Because if we can't understand, then there's no point speaking. So I really appreciate that the the I'm gonna say the way it's being put forward to us in an articulate way. You know, I'm also working on my English, but yeah, I'm here to support, and also, you know, I'm also here to empower to the best of my ability. So yeah, shout out yourselves. Oh yeah, and also, yeah, we did lose. We have had a loss over these past couple of weeks, months, and we are going through, you know, the motion. So I really appreciate your condolences too, you know, and but we will reason on the back end too, because
Yes,
we have also we have a group that you can join.
yes,
Because
man.
so yeah, thank you again on that, Lord.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you the most. Again, been there. My excellent Imperial brother, listen in the crown. We have the petition. If you are able to, I will send you the link because like I say, it's been a a forward motion, a rapid motion, and those that are, you know, close in mind, you know, and in the right state definitely require the petition, and it's on the website. I'm gonna make sure you get the link.
Yeah,
Also,
just send me a number, and I think I got you on WhatsApp. Just WhatsApp
yes,
me, and
yes, yes. I'll do that.
I'll add you to our group,
I'll do
and then
that.
you can share that too
Yes,
also. So then you can get a whole heap of petitions. The group's building, more people are coming every day. So get that in there, and we can get a petition and get it. Actually we can actually start getting things really established instead of us, things just drifting, and trying to processing. We're actually going to start processing things now.
that's
Things need
right.
to actually, we're in that time where we need to start applying so we can see the difference, not us thinking in the mind and freestyling. We can't be freestyling with our own crown. That's how serious
Right.
and I was saying to my mum just before I came on here, my mum, I was like, they're taking turns with our crown. Everyone's having a go with it. It's about time now we grab our crown now. My mum's Jamaican born, Portland, but I'm born here, and we're reasoning about. And I was just telling her, like, you're still entitled. You're connected to the crown too, mum. Even though you were born in Jamaica in that time, because Jamaica was run by the British in that time, in the 50s and the 60s. So you're much as I'm entitled to the crown, you're entitled even more. But because she hasn't been educated on what she's entitled and certain things, but it's all coming out now. A lot of this, like what you're doing, I'll be honest, Lord, what you're doing is really making an impact. It's making a lot of people actually look into their lineage, actually look into themselves. So I'm telling you, man, you're abolishing a lot of indoctrination from the whitewash that we've been hit with. So, like I said again, thank you. I really appreciate your presence and what you're doing. And keep on doing what you're doing, because you have Foster's support, and you have the Foster's clan support anyway.
Yeah, that definitely again up my spirit, and again that definitely, you know, add to going forward, because again we are the Imperial Crown children, and together we shall be our own witness to our inheritance, and together again we shall abolish and take back our imperial place forever, because we have the inheritance forever, so we shall make it a duty. And yes, my brother, again, it's, you know, I give thanks, you know, just for you to be in the present. For anyone, yeah. So, I don't know if you have any further words. I'm gonna do my due diligence on that chat. Just again, I have my host, again, the mothers, the primordial mothers that are present, and they're the one that are taking over with when it comes to distributing the live and make sure it runs smoothly.
Yes, Lord Lancelot.
Yeah.
Can I also, from the House of Lancelot, we want to send our condolences to you, General Foster, for the loss of your mother. I know it's mother's a beautiful thing to a family, so we send our condolences to you.
Sorry, let me just put it correctly. It's my son, my stepson.
Oh, your stepson.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah,
We
he's
send your
part.
condolences to him.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And his mother's there. She's there in the live there. Aisha's
Okay.
Vibrations. That's my partner.
Oh,
Thank
beautiful.
you.
That's his mother. So yeah, so she's here. I shared her the link.
Beautiful. Abundance to
Yes.
you from the ancestors and in
Yes.
this time.
Yes. My condolences also, and also the words and the thoughts that now he's in a much better place. Okay. And you can always communicate with him. Okay. Lord Lancelot, you are so, what's the word? You're so, what was the word I want to say? You are the epitome of peace, love, uh, uh, knowledge, patience. You are you are that Marcus Garvey and the one in the Congo. What is his name? What is his name? Simeon Togo. You are them, and they are you. And the spirit that you have, the power, the mind, and the intelligence to bring this to us in the right time means that we are all that are here and all that are receiving and all that you are given. We have been anointed and appointed. Uh, if we, this is like from a storybook. This is the best thing that has happened to us since we ran out of our kingdoms or left our kingdoms. This is the best thing that has happened to it. And only someone ingenious like you to be a true Lord, uh, uh, and you are that. I mean, when I hear you talking, and I'm not going to sleep tonight, okay? Because your voice is so soothing, and the words you're saying are so they're just it's almost like this is like a story you see on TV. No one of us, maybe I should speak for myself. For me personally, I never had an idea that something like this would happen. But even though my name is Bentley, and I always said, when I tell people my last name, I say, that was my daddy, but he just didn't know it. You see? So now, I'm just on fire. I had to go to hospital to the clinic this morning. It's only 5-minute walks from my apartment. But last night I was trying to find out what does cyanide do to the body. I found out what it was that the berries had, and then I found out it was cyanide. So I fell asleep on that part. But this morning I got up. I said, you know what? I got to find out what this stuff is doing to my body, because if I remember, cyanide is very poisonous, and the pain was like too much. So I looked at it, and it said it's one of the fastest way to leave this earth. Okay, it goes directly to the stomach, heart, and something else. In minutes, you're dead because it covers the cells. The cells cannot get what is that air, and so they're like numbed. So that means your body begin to just dry out. There's no more motion. And I said, I got to get. What is the solution? The solution is to get an infusion. And I called my doctor, and they said, "Come now, come now." And so they gave me infusion. And I'm sitting there thinking, no, I have to be on the show tonight. It ain't time for me to leave here. I'm going to be on this show tonight because I'm a part of this. I'm so more alive than I've ever been. in the time I'm on earth, because I know that this is the right time. I know that the first the first will be last, and we are the first. I know that, and I know that listening at your words it gives so much um, life. It gives so much life because you are giving us the proof. You are just, I mean, everything is right. Everything is right for our rising. Okay, and so there's no time for us to think about anything else but getting this petition signed so we can get in the position and stay in that position as rulers, not rulers, as what is a better word than rulers? Is we're not rulers, we are leaders, owners of the world, and turn it back to perfect peace. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, I love y'all.
Love you, Mama Ghana. Thank you,
Love you.
Excellency. We love you.
And I would say to that again, we are supreme within our hearts and minds. We have to stay within our jurisdiction. It is written that we are supreme. We have power over all things, all things. If we stay within our majesty, if we stay within our excellency, we are supreme. Because again, it is written. It is an act, and it has been done. So breathe in that life which is supreme, which is the laws that has been created, which is the word that become flesh. Breathe in the life. This is your ancient crown. This is your will. This is your inheritance. Look to life and stay in your jurisdiction. See yourself with your crown because you are an imperial. You are the sons and daughters of God. Didn't I say that ye are gods? The living God. You are of the army of the living God. So you shall be strong for yourself, because God is within you, which is your excellency, which is your majesty. So we shall keep a remembrance of this daily and forever, because the law has given us that forever. So we shall move forward within strength, within might, because we have it as an inheritance, an absolute one. And for all my imperial families, think not weak, but think strong. Think not ill, but think well. You have the divine right to regulate yourself in life and beyond. So go with your imperial crown. You go to the heavens, you go to the stars. You are an indestructible being. It is said within the first chapter of our being that we are invincible. We are stars. See yourself to the star. Like myself, I see to the star, to the sun, which is my soul, as a whole, pure and perfect, so that, again, I could remember my imperial crown, my absolute state and jurisdiction. Without no doubt, be that way. Because we have excellent majesty with us. We have His Imperial Highness with us. We have sublimeness with us. We have serenity with us. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Beauty is with us. It's within us, wanting equality, dignity, and liberty. And we could find that in our proclamation. In the 25th year of King Edward III, and all the laws that help to restore our memory. Again, my family members, it's time. We are in the year of Jubilee. Again, we have to have a higher state of affair. We are from a royal house, which we are imperial residents. I am the real King of England, in right to the imperial crown, a prince of Middlesex, out of the ancient ancestral house of Wessex, and so are all my family members. I am just declaring it. Declare it in your heart and mind, body and soul. It is written. This cannot be removed. It is written within your hearts, and it cannot be removed. It has been there since the beginning. Again has been revisited by King Edward, and it has been confirmed by King Edward, and all parliaments has confirmed it and approve it, and to continue forever. It cannot be removed. It is your inheritance, your right to remove your right to abolish foreign kings, again as children of the kings of England, again the imperial one, again none but the king's children shall sit on each side of the globe of parliament. None. Estate and parliament. We are in the estate and parliament. We are the ones that should be in the estate and parliament. Again, none, no one in degrees, again styles shall sit except those of the children of the kings, again the imperial one. We haven't seen an imperial one since King Edward. Now we have an imperial one since Imperial Majesty. Now we have an imperial one that has declared again in right to the imperial crown, the highest crown in this realm and in every realm. We have right. It cannot be removed. It cannot be removed. This is our time. Again, as you can see, as us, as those children that should be in the commons, that should be in the lords, that should be within parliament, they use us based on our ignorance and our forgetfulness. So it's no time to be forgetful. Read and know, see and know, as how you read and know that you have foreign leaders, that you have wicked and evil leaders. Read and know that you have good and upright leaders. It is written, it cannot be removed. I, Lord Lancelot Junior Webb, has declared to the public, to my family, that I am the real King of England. If there is any that oppose, again, my burden is overwhelming on all subjects of content, as if we are the same. We have divided the kingdom equally amongst our children so that we can live in our will and continue the laws of our mothers to bring peace, none harm. I say none harm. Yeah, we are children. We are children. We are children to this crown. And we have to continue notice. Again, it states, again, we have to act supreme over all things because we have the power, we have the ancient jurisdiction. This is our right. And it states, an act restoring to the crown the ancient jurisdiction over state, ecclesiastical, and spiritual, and abolishing all foreign powers pregnant to the same. We are dealing with an imperial crown. It is written within this realm. Again, we are the imperial residents of the House of Windsor. We are distinct, native in right of the crown. So declare it unto yourself, my people. Again, we shall continue without delay. Allow everyone to, again, share their thoughts. Again, if you come forward, come in a scholarly manner. I shall have no lower state of affairs, only the highest in this realm, in this life. We shall require edification. We require advancement. We go forward. We require solution coming out of your mouth. We require solution from all tongues. Let it be known. The time has come to a halt where deceit, deceitful, false prophets, false idlers has to be removed. Because again, it harm. I say none harm. So as in right to the imperial crown, as the real King of England, Prince of Middlesex in the ancient house of Wessex, overwhelming proof on both sides. Again, we can all find our lineage, our genealogy on both sides within Westminster Abbey, which is a part of the palace of King Edward, where you have Parliament. That's why it is stated, none but the king's children. As you can see, the king's children are chartered within Westminster Abbey. Westminster Abbey is a monastery, a mother church, a ecclesiastic institute of our ancestral bloodline, and all of the king's charters of the children, states of affairs, estates, imperial estates are within. We filled up the imperial institute. So go ahead, Ma. Go ahead. No. Yeah, so again, open up the mic. Again, but realize this: none but the king's children shall sit on either side of the cloak of estate in Parliament. We have been deceived, my family, my imperial family. We have been deceived, but no longer. Again, take up your coat of arms, take up your imperial crown, and declare yourself.
Thank you, Lord Lancelot. Appreciate you. Ambassador, would you like to say anything? We welcome you to the stage.
Supreme Rising, all respect to the great I am. Anuramen Aurelian Elionel. Yes, I was questioning the fact that I think I heard yesterday meeting that Lord Lancelot was supposed to attend the parliamentary discussions today. Did it get to happen, or is it put off for next day?
Oh no, no, it's not arrived as yet. There's still time.
Okay, okay.
The
So I
16th.
was the 16th. Yeah,
Oh,
Mhm.
because
15,
I'm
15.
kind of excited, like a youthful presence. Trying to, you know, I want him to. I want us to win. So every move, I try to be on top of it. I really don't have much to say today, so I'll spend more time just listening because I'm actually multitasking at the same time. But I I'm in support of everything you're doing. All right, peace and love.
Gratitude, peace and love. Thank you, Ambassador.
Peace and love.
Universal Queen Divine, would you like to say anything?
Supreme Risings or Greetings.
Greetings.
Greetings, my daughter, beloved one.
Everybody. Yes, I would just like to say, are you okay, Lord Lancelot?
I'm in an excellent frame of mind.
Yes, always.
I'm in my majesty.
It, I feel this. So with you remembering and stuff, and I told you that I remembered like last week, and that this was a joke. This bit was a joke, but But anyway, with me remembering that and finding out that my granddad was the palace chief, high priest, I think it's called. I thought to myself, well, you can't do anything without talking to me now. That was the joke. But then today, I found I'd done like a meditation, and they've said that Oracle kept on coming up, Oracle, and I didn't know what that meant, so I've looked it up, and it's something to do with being a priestess, being able to see things. Like I said, everyone's always said I'm crazy, but everything always comes true. And now, so with you having your realization yesterday and this one today, I do feel really ill, and my internet's gone off. I don't even know why it's gone off. I can't communicate with hardly anybody.
Well,
But I just
you could communicate with us and have the choice to feel well because it's your choice. Everything is happening all at once. Even if you are feeling blue, you could still feel green. You could still feel red. It's still a choice.
yes,
So, again, stay in your crown. You have a supreme vision. You have an excellent one. And see it as true. This
we
is
win. We
this is
win. We
you
win.
in
We
your
absolutely win.
image and likeness.
My daughter, know that you are so loved here. You are so loved here, You are a daughter of the Most
Thank you.
High. And that's why you're here. Your soul is so pure,
Yes.
you know. And just reflect on your greatness. Pat yourself on the back. You are the goddess, okay? And
Okay.
we are here in the place we're supposed to be.
Yes, we are.
Okay, nothing. Yes, nothing. You have a family here, okay?
Yes. Thank you.
We
And
love you and we miss you when you're not here, okay?
okay, it's the internet. I can't believe it. It's like, Diablo's trying to, you know, sort our connection out?
No, nothing can stop us.
You are
Okay?
present, yes. You are present now.
Yes.
You are present, and
Yes.
that's all that matters. You're present now. Again, the future comes in a moment. The past is behind. The present is now. Again, act as supreme. Be in your present now so that your future could be supreme. Again, we are here now. And now is the only thing that matters because now is what brings forward the next moment. So we have the choice now. We have the choice now to be excellent or to be His Majesty, to be His most gracious, to be His most merciful. We have the opportunity now. Remember now. We are in our divinity now. We breathe in the breath of life now. The word become flesh now, not tomorrow, not yesterday, but now. We are in our moments now. I'm in my majesty now, and I proceed from now, continuously now, because I'm supreme now. And I shall keep that as the only sight, because it's the right sight, and being the right, you will be splendor.
That's right.
You will be principle.
Yes. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice that we are here. We are anointed and appointed. Pat yourself on the back, on the shoulder. Be thankful, that this time has come for us. It's the Jubilee.
Yes, Mother.
Everything that comes against us, denied and forget it. Only Jubilee means to be jolly, to be excited, to be happy, to be knowledgeable that this is our time. Everything around us is trying to keep us from knowing our time, but we are here, and it's no accident. We are anointed and appointed. Hold on to that. Everything else is nothing. Hold on to that. I'm here. I'm a part of this. I'm in the Jubilee. Okay?
Thank you, Mama Verna. We totally
Yes.
appreciate that. Thank you for your wonderful words. Gonza, thank you for coming on the stage. Would you like to add to the live today? We appreciate you. We appreciate you, Simone Divine Empress, as well.
Hi everyone, hope you're good.
Hi, could you put your mic up a little bit because we can't hear you that well? We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. I just joined the live, so I'm just listening
Okay,
to
that's fine.
what you guys are saying. Yeah,
Okay, appreciate you. Thank you so much.
thank
Lancelot,
you for having me.
you're welcome.
I
Well,
want
Lancelot, I think that's it. I am going to just let you continue and I'll just monitor from here. Shall I read some questions? Would you want me to read some questions? So there are some out here, or should you do that later? It's up to you.
and I just want to yeah, we will read it after my announcement.
Okay.
I just want, if no one is not really asking a question, when you're ready, you could always come back up. So in case anyone do want to come up, we could have a space free. So appreciate everyone for tuning in. Again, we are in the year of Jubilee, so it's a continuous reminder that I, Lancelot Webb, Lord Lancelot, is the real King of England, in right to the Imperial crown, Prince of Middlesex, in the House of Wessex. By blood, by law, by genealogy, by constitution, by spiritual, by ancestral, by divine right. I am called to be sublime, to be excellent, and I shall be excellent in this time. I shall be excellent in this time. We're in the year of Jubilee, and I shall be an excellent example, because I am said to be an excellent example, and so shall it be. The time is in my hands. I found my memory that I placed on this terrestrial plane. I received my celestial light. My imperial family is around. We shall gather them from the four corners and bring them to the kingdom and restore the kingdom, because we have the power within the laws of this realm which flow through everyone's veins. So we are in this time, so we shall start again. We shall let them know where we are, why this is for, and we shall know that we have a petition. We're in the year of Jubilee, and the year of Jubilee is where our rights, our duties, our property shall be returned unto us. It shall be returned from kings, again from servants, from merchants, from all those in authority. Again, remember where you're coming from, remember where you're going. Be intelligent. Know your intelligence. Know your property. Know your law. Practice. Have understanding. Know your crown. Understanding your old bills. Know your imperial king. Know your realms, dynasty. The laws of parliament. It is written for you. So, again, I shall exercise this. And again, this is what we have. A sovereign grant for families of those who are born in parts beyond sea. It's an issue. And the sovereign grant is for the Treasury to provide to everyone a sovereign grant from the reserve fund to our families of those who are born in parts beyond sea for all their living expenses and other expenses. We, the father, the Webb family and extended family of the House of Lancelot, Lord and King Lancelot Webb at Cheam Ward, Sutton Borough of London, of those who are born in parts beyond sea, the windward generation of the Commonwealth realm, are all subject to the Crown colonies and fundamental laws of the realm of England and Wales. The windward generation of the Commonwealth realms have been refused their right to board in the United Kingdom with indifference, which is against human rights and equality. This petition will help save children, adults, and elderly from discrimination, torture, suffering, and death by wrongful administration. In a period of change in economic environments and insecurity, new trade and economic patterns, unprecedented threats to family peace and security, and a surge in popular demand for democracy, human rights, and broadened economic opportunities, the potential and the need for the House of Lancelot, a compelling force for good, as an effective network for cooperation and for promoting development, has never been greater, recalling that the House of Lancelot is a charitable, cultural, education, and religious society of the family institution and equal family sovereign states, consulting and cooperating in the common interests of our family and in the promotion of family understanding and family well-peace, and influencing family international society to the benefit of all through the research of common principle and values. The family of the world, through the vitality of their community, have made a remarkable contribution to ours of society for generations. In the course of administrating the affairs of the House of Lancelot, made a decision to secure the Windrush generation, the Commonwealth realms, families, histories, and laws, we, the Father, the Webb family and extended family of the Constitution of the House of Lancelot, urge you to sign this petition to protect those who are born in parts beyond sea, inheritable rights, and equality, thus preserving our historical rights for future generations, confirmation, a statue for those who are born in parts beyond sea of the 25th year of King Edward III. Statue the first. The king's children declared inheritable in England wheresoever born. The law of the Crown of England is and always have been such that the children of the kings of England, in wheresoever parts they be born, in England or elsewhere, be able and ought to bear the inheritance after the death of their ancestors, which law our Lord the King, the prelates, earls, barons, and other great men, and all the commons assembled in this parliament do approve and affirm forever. This is a law that you could find in legislation.gov.uk. This is an continuous force that's in place in Parliament for all sovereigns, imperial and royal, as you can find. As this is also based on a sovereign grant, you could find that authority also written within Parliament as the Sovereign Grant Act 2011, stating,
Lancelot, just to stop you, can we make the screen a bit larger? People saying they can't, like a full screen. Is that okay?
full screen, okay. We shall extend it. Let's make this a bit bigger. Alright, let's make it a bit bigger. Okay. The oversizing is just the management of the screen. One moment. Oversizing of the screen one. Okay, where we have it. Again, hopefully everyone can see more clearer.
Yes, that's perfect.
Yeah, very big text. Yeah, so this is a guideline. Let me have to manage the screen. So we're in the year of Jubilee. And due to the fact this is a sovereign grant for families of those who are born in parts beyond sea, also for the fact that within the Royal House of Windsor, there are imperial residents, the absolute residents, the native residents, the imperial native residents that has the right over any foreign entity. I'm going to increase the screen also for everyone to see. Okay, hopefully everyone can see. So again, the House of Windsor is deriving from the House of Wessex, which is our ancestral house. And within this House of Windsor, we are imperial residents. And you have, again, the foreign royals that are Charles III administrating for the imperial family that is now invalid and is void and nil for the fact that the rightful king and heir to the imperial throne of England, Prince of Middlesex in the House of Wessex, the ancient House of Wessex, ancestral House of Wessex, Lord Lancelot Webb is present and is declaring that foreign powers are discharged from their duty, for this is in rights of my claim and my bloodline. So, as we are within this house, and these are all the members and extended family members, as we have relations throughout the realm, again, as it is a sovereign grant, as we are a sovereign, an imperial one, and this is the guideline for a sovereign grant, as it is written in Parliament. It's written in Parliament. Again, Sovereign Grant Act 2011. Again, the beginning standards of sovereign grant. And I could mention this. It says sovereign grant. A sovereign grant is to be paid by the Treasury to Her Majesty for each financial year. The purpose of the sovereign grant for a financial year is to provide resource for use for that year by the royal household in support of Her Majesty's official duty. Again, the royal household with the imperial residence, as we can see. As we go through the list, Antigua and Bermuda, Australia, Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, Canada, Grenada, Jamaica, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Saint Kitts and Nevis, Saint Lucia, Saint Vincent and Grenadines, Solomon Islands, Tuvalu, United Kingdom, where you have a foreign administrator in the time of His Imperial Majesty, King and Lord Lancelot from the ancient or ancestral House of Wessex. For those that are royal, you are being discharged of your duty, because again, the rightful heir and sovereign has returned, because those ancestral house are not in right to the throne when you have a rightful heir declaring and stating his jurisdiction. As you can see, Saxe-Coburg referred to both historical region in Germany and a foreign and a European royal house. It is evident and clear one, And I know that we have been indoctrinated not to see this clarity. So I shall continue to remind everyone about our position, our victory, until each one celebrate as they're supposed. The amount of sovereign grant for financial year 2012-13 is 31 million. As we are each Imperial Crown Children residents, a sovereign, we require the same as in the present, so that we can carry out our duty and living. A statement that needs to be clear and precise, which is precise because there is a overwhelming evidence. And to go further in that, based on the statute for those who are born in parts beyond sea, which again, to mention our ancestral house, you could find it within our charters that is displayed throughout Westminster Abbey and throughout the House of Windsor, showing the true and rightful lineage of the native members of this royal house, deriving from the House of Stuart, the House of Bedford, the House of York, the House of Lancaster, the House of Plantation, the House of Wessex, and the Kingdom of Mercia. Our ancestral house, again, those that do not know, I wish them to know, because it is your right, and you are in your rightful place to know. In this present time, we're in the year of Jubilee, and Jubilee must be respected, or again, we shall face the wrath of forgetfulness, as we can see. Right now, this is Wessex and Mercia. The reason for the Windrush generation and the name is due to the river Windrush that travel from the River Thames, as you can see, throughout Kent, into the Wessex, Kingdom of Kent, Kingdom of Wessex, House of Wessex, all the way up to Mercia. Again, this is a memory that we shall hold forever. And again, we are providing all the evidence and making sure that the burden of evidence is overwhelming. And again, the statue of our beloved King and rightful King and truthful King, King Edward, my predecessor, and now I am his successor within the Kingdom of England and the realm of England, in right to the imperial crown, as stayed within a statute for my rights and my family rights. The king's children declared, I repeat this and emphasize this because this is forever. The king's children declared inheritable in England wheresoever the law of the crown of England is and always have been such that the children of the kings of England in wheresoever part they be born in England or elsewhere, be able and ought to bear the inheritance after their death, after the death of their ancestors, which law our Lord the King, the prelates, earls, and barons, and other great men, and all the commons assembled in this Parliament, do affirm and do approve and affirm forever. So when, as the children of the kings sitting in the commons, Again, in this time where we as a majority is incapacitated, minor, and ill, we are being used by foreign powers where our ancestral lineage shows that we are the rightful ruler. Again, owing a wealth of 7 crowns and more, going all the way back to the ancient kingdom of the River Nile and the empires and pharaohs, overwhelming finance, overwhelming inheritance. Again, we spread that finance across as the mothers within their monasteries has done for eons. Just as memory is clear, I have to clearly provide the memory for all, clearly and precisely. Again, those king that protects us in the time of crusade and trouble. Again, just like Saint Septimius Severus. Again, an imperial dynasty coming out of North Africa. Again, a ruler and an emperor over certain kingdoms of England and Wessex, Mercia. Also, we have Marcus Aurelius, again knowing that we have been here. Illyrian Moors in Cumbria, overwhelming with evidence. We could go as further as the Carthaginian Himlico, which again bought all of the crowns and family members. Sell the Atlantic coast from the Iberian Peninsula to the British Isles, 400 AD. Going further, our ancestral line is a absolute one, going into the river Nile, where the crown of the gods is displayed throughout all of the world. The matriarchal and patriarchal bloodline. It is present for us and shall be forever until we awaken as a family. Until that time, I continually declare rightful and faithful Lord and King in right of the Imperial crown of England, Prince of Middlesex, in our ancient house of Wessex and Mercia, and within the realm of our ancestors and the crowns. So to emphasize that matter in the present moment, to continue remind you of the overwhelming proof that I am the real king and imperial one, to be precise, of England. And again, true, none is within that jurisdiction. No foreign king or administrator is within that jurisdiction. I reign supreme. My family, my house reigns supreme. We should take victory as our I am by revising continuously an act of supremacy, 1558, stating an act restoring to the crown, the ancient jurisdiction over the state ecclesiasticals and spiritual, and abolishing all foreign powers pregnant to the same. So to remove those that are foreign, again, I am in right. It is within my blood, and it is detailed in law, which has presently within power, which cannot be moved. The foundation cannot be moved, cannot be destroyed. That's why it states all spiritual jurisdiction united to the crown, obedience to the crown, foreign kings, officials, obedience to the crown, none armed, His Imperial Majesty Lord Lancelot Webb the First, none armed, all official obedience to the crown, the imperial crown, that gives all provisions, that provides all provisions, all spiritual jurisdiction united to the crown, and that such jurisdiction, privileges, superiorities, and prominence, spiritual and ecclesiastical, as by any spiritual or ecclesiastical power or authority, have therefore been or may lawfully be exercised or used for the visitation of the the ecclesiastical state and persons, and for reformation, order, and correction of the same, and of all manner of errors, heresies, simises, abuse, offense, contempts, and enemies, shall forever, by authority of this present Parliament, be united and annexed to the imperial crown of this realm. Again, it's an imperial one. For the fact that we have imperial ones. For the fact that we have imperial ones. Again, His Imperial Majesty, Imperial Crown of Ethiopia, which is the Imperial Crown of England and of this realm, because England is a commonwealth. His Imperial Majesty, Kings of Kings, Lords of Lords, elected God, as I am the same. His Imperial Majesty, Lord Lancelot the First, Kings of Kings, Lords of Lords, elected God, right to the imperial crown of this realm, on both sides, blood, genealogy, also from the Nava crown, from the Nava imperial crown of Congo, the imperial crown of the Central African Empire, the imperial crown of the Central African Empire, the imperial crown of this realm, Lord and King Lancelot the First, declare in right of the imperial crown of this realm, Prince of Middlesex, ancestral house of Wessex, descendants of the 12th and the 1st dynasty of Egypt, ancient Egypt, Kemet to be precise, the imperial crown of this realm, which all subject obey and get their provisions from this realm, again through the bloodline, through my bloodline, where you could find the genealogy within the Westminster Abbey, the coat of arms of the Imperial bloodline, the Imperial family of Webb and Lawrence, within Westminster Abbey, and the Palace of King Edward, Parliament. That's why none within the law of the House of Lords Presidency Act 1539 states none but the king's children shall sit on either side of the cloak of estate in Parliament. Come, my children, my imperial family, take your rightful seat, declare and demand, removed and replace. The conquering Lion of Judah, the lawgiver, is present. His Imperial Majesty, Lancelot the First, Kings of Kings, Lords of Lords, elected God in right to the imperial crown of this realm. Of this realm, present and declaring within this domain, this day. Based on what I mentioned, based on the laws of King Edward, the statue that is forever, as we are all the commons, the children, the imperial crown children, we have been used and abused, and further evidence shows within this act supply and appropriation main estimate Act 2025, we have been consolidated for the use of foreign purpose. A false representation of the imperial crown children, the king's children. We have to know and we have to be wise. As it states, whereas the Commons of the United Kingdom in Parliament assembled have resolved to authorize the use of resources and the issue of sums out of the consolidated fund towards making good the supply which they have granted. As children of the king, I have not granted such thing knowingly to His Majesty in this session of Parliament, to His pretended Majesty. I am His Imperial Majesty, because I'm in right to the Imperial crown. So again, we shall declare the discharge of the foreign sovereigns or the foreign administrators from this realm for the fact they are using our wealth for their own gains. And the amount has and overwhelming evidence, we shall see. And overwhelming evidence we shall see. The appropriation of sums authorized for the use for year 2025-2026. The aggregate of the following, which is 102,340,387,000. Let that rest for a minute until I find what I need.
Thank you all for coming. We really appreciate you being here. And I hope you're learning a lot. I see a lot of questions on the chat, and Lord Lancelot will answer it soon. We appreciate all of you for coming. I know this is a different chat from what we've been doing recently, but as you know, Lord Lancelot Webb has declared the new real King of England, and this is the reason why we're breaking it down bit by bit. So again, we appreciate you. If you have any questions, if you want to come onto the stage when Lord Lancelot's ready, please just click the invite button and we will invite you on. We appreciate you.
Can I just say something, please?
Yes, Mama Verna.
You know, everyone here this is such a what is that? This is the whole universe is on our side. Okay, the time is flying so fast that we can get this over with and go back into our rightful place of ownership in peace. Okay, this is about all the people that have love. They are now being rewarded, and all the people that have loves. I'm not just talking about BLK people. I'm talking about all people that have love. This is the time for us to rise to our highest self and change the world as it once was and as it should be. You know, if you're not melanated and you have love for us and for yourself and for us, your name may not be traced back, but the ones of us whose names are traced back, we'll have so much wealth that we can share. We can actually change the world. That we will one day forget the word hunger, jail, hurt, all these words that wasn't before when the women were in charge. Okay, if you a mother, a woman, if you're a man, you have to be able to get this inside of you to internalize what is really happening here. The greatest thing that has happened to us since we have been destroyed, since we were destroyed. Now is the time. Don't think about the hurt. Think about the future. See yourself. Wow, we are actually a part of making this world, making a new world that we can have laughter, we can have joy. Okay, so that this is our time. The ones that are here and receiving, they would be much better off if just holding on to this is actually, he's showing the facts. He's giving you everything you need to be assured this is real. And you can include yourself in it. Okay, love y'all.
Love you, Mama Verna. Thank you. That was beautiful. We really appreciate you. Lord Lancelot, are you ready to continue? Or do you want me to read some questions out from the chat?
I'll read some questions.
Okay, beautiful. I'll get some for you. Any questions you guys have, my lovelies? You are part now of the House of Lancelot, the Constitution, and the local Board of Health, and you're listening to Lord Lancelot Webb, the real King of England in 2025. The ancestors have awakened, so we do appreciate you. Okay, let's go to the questions. Gina says, see how they have changed all the spelling of the words of our names, which is true. House of Windsor is a corporation. So is House of Windsor a corporation, Lord Lancelot?
We have the present one, but it's House of Windsor is from Windsor. If you go to, I know people go to Windsor. I'm sure you pass through Windsor. You know, it's a real place. You could look it up. House of Windsor is an actual house. Yeah. So again, stating something, show the thing. Show the thing. This is why I do like scholarly people. That's why I don't really hang around with certain people. Just show what you're saying. It's good. It's good to show. If you're come to make a statement, at least if you're making a statement, edify people. That is just a recommendation. Like, yeah, that is we need that right now. We really need that as people.
Yes. So this wasn't some I think they're really asking the question, and I appreciate, and they did ask and I answered. Sovereign beings.
Yeah.
They were asking about sovereign beings, and I said no. The crown is higher than us just having a sovereign, being a sovereign citizen in the realm. And would you say that was correct, Lord Lancelot?
Yeah, the crown is imperial. It's everything. It's what creates sovereign. You know, it is the highest thing we can have. It's the sun itself.
And someone says, how does this support the Windrush generation situation with what we are doing tonight?
Well, again, in every way, put them back in their right state, right jurisdiction, freedom from corporation rulings, give them what they require expediently.
Okay, what does jurisdiction mean for us so we can learn?
Authority, power, status. Let me type in so everyone can see what this is. Okay, so we're gonna take it from the law itself, right? So we know it's coming straight. So as you can see, authority, control, make it bolder for everyone to see. Yeah, so you'll see everything: rule, dominion, administration, control, be able to official power to make legal decision and judgment. So we could be our own judgment. We could do what we want in the right manner. So again, it's hopefully that clears up a lot for everybody if they didn't know.
Just one more question that we've got to come to the end, and I know this already, but someone's asking, in the concept of you now, Lord Lancelot, saying that you are the king, the real king of England, and they're asking, when did you become king of England? And can you go into how you are declaring that you are king of England, and why you so confidently can say it?
Yeah, it's in my blood. It's my birthright. It's chartered within Westminster Abbey, which is again a part of the Parliament, which is the palace of King Edward. The Parliament is written, bloodline on both sides. Again, if you know about the royal. Let me just provide it. So again, by blood, one account. All right, I'll show you how the confident go. By blood on both sides, one account. All right, again. By law on another account, both sides. Another one by crown, another account. By crown, by the imperial crown, another account. Let me show you. By ancestral, that's another account. By law, that's another account. Let me show you. All right, let me show you. I'm gonna show you all the accounts. Again, show you all the accounts. This is will. This is by blood. By member of, again, the House of Windsor, Imperial residence, another account. Native, another account. And it's over foreign powers, another account. All the accounts. Yeah, that's why it's natural when you know. So yeah, by all accounts, over foreigners, by the crown account, every account on this face of this land right here. So again, by any lawful judge, victory is a must. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's where it comes from.
Thank you, Lord Lancelot. I think that's it for now. Anyone that's asking for information of the details Lord Lancelot sharing in the presentation, this is from his second book, The Crown is Your Birthright, and you can pre-order it on our website. I'll put it in the chat. And also, The Crown is Your Birthright, Volume 1 is available to purchase on the website as well.
Yes. Yeah. Give thanks everybody for again. This was a very clear and wonderful live. I want this audio because I'm gonna chop it up and make sure this is ringing. Yeah, this is a wonderful audio. It's what is required. Get back into my majesty. What is required? Right, where we are the imperial residents, imperial children. Again, if you're a foreigner, yet you would have doubt, but we are imperial, native. And again, overwhelming accounts, evidence, proof, blood. Blood is enough. Genealogy is enough. But law makes it even better. Institute makes it even better. So yeah. So yeah, this is where I continue with my confidence, because it's just a must. It's just a must. That's the only jurisdiction that's good for me. My imperial crown state, that's my jurisdiction. And it is not overnight. It was effortlessly sacrificed working on finding out myself. So I recommend everyone should do it also. Should do it.
I think that's it for tonight. Thank you all for coming. Lord Lancelot, is there anything you want to say before we finish?
I want to say I give thanks and praise And, you know, His Majesty reigns supreme in all hearts and minds for human rights, equality and justice, peace and liberty. And I am who I am by blood, by accounts, by law. Again, in this 21st century, David shall truly slew Goliath. Yes, so again, as now you know, and I shall continue, it is I, His Imperial Majesty, Lord Lancelot the First, King of Kings, Lords of Lords, elected God of this realm, in right to the imperial crown of this realm, Prince of Middlesex, from the ancient house of Wessex, going all the way back to the 1st and 12th dynasty of Egypt. Let it be known. Appreciate anyone else.
That's it, Lancelot. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Mama Verna. We appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful weekend. And we'll see you back on Monday, 9 p.m. GMT time with Lord Lancelot Webb, the true, real King of England. Night night.